Kefir is like probiotic maxing. Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm a certified gut health coach and a mom. So I've been teaching people how to make home ferments. So I teach basic introduction to fermentation classes with a specific specialty and niche in gut health. So I specifically give people the confidence that they need to have simple fermenting abilities in the kitchen so that they can easily incorporate probiotic rich foods into their diet. And when that's not possible, because it can happen that some people react to fermented foods, or they have to pause fermented foods for some time and heal a part of their gut before going into probiotic rich foods, then I recommend supplements or other food items or other supplements as well, in order to get to that point where people can, ideally all of us, have gut healthy foods. The difference between yogurt and kefir, because there's a lot of chatter about it. When you think about it, kefir is like probiotic maxing. If you want to have as much probiotics, as much strains, high dose probiotics, you think of milk kefir. By the way, the pronunciation of that depends on which country you're from or what language you speak. Please go ahead and pronounce as you wish. But like specifically for yogurt, the difference is that it's usually more consistent with just 1 to 2 strains, and sometimes that's ideal, especially if you have histamine intolerance, because some people with intolerance to histamine can tend to have negative reactions with high dose probiotic rich foods like milk kefir. And that's also one of the main reasons why there's some supplements that are gentle and easy to consume in the market, because taking high dose probiotics can sometimes worsen the symptoms of a person that is suffering from gut health. So being very gentle with yourself and taking low dose but high strain count is sometimes the best option, especially for children, people that have gut health issues, gut lining issues. And so we also want to think about our gut health as like a garden, and you don't want to have just one species of a plant in it. You have as much diversity as possible. So if you're not consuming gut healthy foods like yogurt or kefir, then you want your supplements to be high strain count and not just one strain and like high dose. So in regards to yogurt, one of the things that people do when it's homemade is they strain it. And so when the whey is separated from the milk or the yogurt specifically, the product becomes a lot more protein dense, and so that helps with people who's trying to build muscle or retain muscle, trying to stay satiated for longer periods if they're on a specific diet or protocol, or if you just want to boost your immunity, because take care of your gut without going into much detail also boosts one's immunity. It's also easier in the taste because it's less tangy and more creamy because of the milk, and the lactose is still intact. And so even for children, it's easier to consume. But for those who like it sour or don't mind it to be sour, milk kefir is actually one of the, it's like a soda of milk, sort of. Plus, with yogurt, you can use it with a lot of ingredients. You can use it as an ingredient with on a lot of dishes like salads, dips, etc. But with kefir, it behaves more like a drink. So yeah, you can put it in, you can make a smoothie out of it, etc. I wouldn't though, because I've been asked about this several times, add kefir in coffee. That's like acid and acid, so that would like be really stressful in the gut, in my opinion. There are people who do it, but I don't see how it's beneficial, because though assuming you're taking your coffee really warm, it actually affects the microbes, so it doesn't really help unless you're taking your coffee cold like a frappuccino. But at the same time, if you're having it with really cold, it also stuns the microbes, and so it's harder to get the benefits right away because it needs to be closer to room temperature to be activated. So it's just one of the tips. So you actually want to have your yogurt or your kefir a little bit outside of the ref for some time, not super warm or room temperature, but closer to, like, not super cold when you're eating it. Something like that.